Behind the walls of grand estates, beneath city streets, and hidden within familiar landmarks, lie secret worlds most will never see. Some were built for power, others for privacy, and a few simply to hide the truth. Today, we're unlocking their doors, one secret at a time. These are the top 15 most mysterious hidden spaces ever discovered. These mysterious spaces, tucked away in everything from lavish mansions to cozy homes, serve a variety of purposes, from private retreats and safe havens to speakeasies and treasure troves. Let's start with number 15. The Vanderbilt Tennis Club. Hidden high above the bustling commuters of the Grand Central Terminal lies one of New York City's best-kept secrets, the Vanderbilt Tennis Club. Since the 1960s, there have been tennis courts nestled in the upper levels of this iconic landmark, but few people know of their existence. The history of this exclusive athletic facility dates back to the establishment of the Vanderbilt Athletic Club in the 1960s. Originally, the club featured 2 clay tennis courts and, oddly enough, a 65-foot indoor ski slope. However, by the 1980s, the club had fallen into disrepair. Enter Donald Trump, who, in 1984, leased the space through a series of favorable real estate deals. He renovated a third-floor annex into an ultra-exclusive tennis and fitness club for the elite, where movie stars and celebrities could play in privacy. Payments were strictly in cash, adding to the clandestine nature of this place. The courts operated quietly until 2009, when the lease finally ended, and the space was converted into a lounge for MTA workers. Yet the legacy of tennis at Grand Central was far from over. In 2011, the Vanderbilt Tennis Club opened the 4th floor of the terminal. This new facility features a regulation-sized tennis court, practice courts, and other limited fitness services. While not as exclusive as Trump's club, the costs remain quite steep, ranging from $100 to $250 an hour, catering to those who can afford it. But hey, I guess that's New York. Number 14. Boston Bodega. Hidden in plain sight behind the facade of a seemingly ordinary corner store lies Bodega, a high-end clothing store catering to the city's trendiest youth. The store's unassuming exterior masks its true identity, blending in seamlessly to the urban landscape and making it almost impossible to spot unless you're in the know. From the outside, Bodega looks like any other convenience store, its windows cluttered with dusty non-perishables, and the interior is packed with snacks and household items, creating a chaotic visual assault of brand names. However, those who are privy to its secrets simply navigate through this clutter and head to the back of the shop, where an old Snapple machine stands. This Snapple machine, however, is not what it seems. It's actually a hidden door that slides open to reveal Bodega's true essence. Inside, you'll find a sleek space with lacquered shelves displaying the latest in streetwear and skate fashion. From shoes to shirts to jackets, the neatly organized merchandise stands in stark contrast to the noisy storefront. Bodega's existence is not advertised outside, and it has no phone numbers for inquiries. Sneakerheads and fashion enthusiasts looking for exclusive gear must rely on word of mouth to discover this hidden gem, so next time you're walking the streets, remember that behind some of the most unremarkable storefronts, there could be a secret world waiting to be discovered. 13. Alhambra's secret tunnels. The Alhambra, Spain's iconic Moorish fortress, is renowned for its stunning architecture, yet beneath its exterior lies a labyrinth of secret passages and tunnels that have recently reignited public intrigue. These subterranean networks hidden from the eye from the many tourists who visit the fortress each year are subject to both historical curiosity and modern-day fascination. So forget a hidden room, this is a whole hidden system of tunnels. Standing with the ancient Albayzín neighborhood behind you and the Alhambra's imposing walls before you, you're separated from the fortress by the Douro River. This river meanders through central Granada, flanked by lush banks and ancient bridges. If you look closely at the steep hillside beneath Alhambra, you might notice a small iron gate almost obscured by grass and ivy. These unassuming gates mark the entrance to what is believed to be an extensive network of underground tunnels. Historians believe that Alhambra's subterranean network has served multiple purposes. Research has revealed at least 21 underground dungeons, accessible only through small openings in their ceilings and interconnected by a maze-like web of narrow tunnels. These tunnels allowed the fortress's residents to move unseen, and some tunnels were used to store food such as wheat and grain, while others, according to more colourful theories, transported exotic animals to entertain the Moorish royalty of Granada. 12. Flinders Street Station Ballroom. The busiest railway hub in all of Australia harbours a hidden gem that most of its nearly 100,000 daily travellers have no clue even exists, a decaying yet magnificent ballroom, a vestige from the golden age of railroads. While the station buzzes with commuters, the old third-floor ballroom, shuttered from the public since 1985, remains a mysterious and elusive space. Designed in 1899 by James Fawcett and H.P.C. Ashworth, Flinders Street Station opened in 1910 and swiftly became a Melbourne icon. The ballroom space was originally the lecture hall of the Victorian Railways Institute, an organisation aimed at betterment of railway staff. This institute offered night courses, a lending library, and physical fitness classes. It also had many men-only areas, including a billiard room, table tennis facilities, and a private gym. The ballroom experienced its heyday in the 1950s and 60s when it hosted public dances that filled the hall with life and music. Though the public dances and other amenities have long since faded into history, the ballroom itself stands quietly. As of 2017, Flinders Street Station is poised for a major overhaul and renovation, including a restoration to its early 20th century colour scheme. The Victorian government has developed a business plan to revive it, with hopes to breathe new life into this forgotten space. 11. Trafalgar Square Police Station. Located discreetly at the southeast corner of Trafalgar Square lies a curious and often overlooked marvel, Britain's smallest police station. This diminutive structure, a world record holder, might easily escape notice if one isn't in the know. Built in 1926 by the Metropolitan Police, the station's primary function was to keep watch over the occasional tumultuous demonstrations in the square. It was ingeniously housed within an ornamental light fitting, a strategic choice made after objections arose regarding a planned renovation of a nearby temporary police box. This interior of the light fitting was hollowed out to accommodate one police officer equipped with narrow windows, providing a clear view across Trafalgar Square. Today, the station no longer serves its original purpose. Instead, it has been repurposed as a broom cupboard for Westminster Council cleaners. Despite its diminutive size and change in use, the station's historical charm persists. Legend even suggests that the ornamental light atop the station dates back to 1826, though it's actually a Bude light designed by Sir Goldsworthy Gurney, widely installed across London and within the Houses of Parliament. 10. Flaskin Press. In the heart of old Shanghai's French concession district, nestled within the unassuming facade of the Press sandwich shop, lies a hidden gem known as the Flaskin Press. While the sandwich shop attracts a steady stream of locals and those in the know, it never appears overcrowded, hinting at something more within its confines, and it's all concealed behind an innocuous Coke vending machine. The vending machine itself is a throwback to decades past, its mid-century design standing out in the modern landscape. However, it harbors a secret. With the deft twist of its return, the front panel swings open, revealing an entrance to a cozy and dimly lit cocktail bar. The Flaskin Press retains a unique allure. Even amidst the current proliferation of trendy speakeasies, Flaskin Press retains a unique allure. It captures the essence of discovering a hidden world, reminiscent of the Prohibition-era's clandestine allure, where the mere act of finding and entering such a place felt like uncovering a forbidden secret. The contrast between the sandwich shop's bright, bustling exterior and the intimate, moody ambience of the bar hidden behind the Coke machine is striking. Every detail, from the carefully crafted cocktails to the meticulously designed decor by Alberto Caiola, contributes to the bar's mystique. But ultimately, what makes a visit to Flaskin Press so captivating is its ability to unveil layers of personality and ambience throughout the evening. It's not just about having a couple at the end of the day, it's about immersing yourself in an experience that combines nostalgia, secrecy, and the thrill of exploration, all beneath one of the busiest cities in the world. 9. Royal Pavilion at Station Central. This pavilion in Milan is a hidden marvel amid the daily hustle and bustle of one of Italy's busiest railway stations. It was designed in the early 1900s, and it underwent several modifications during Mussolini's regime, including the addition of a luxurious waiting room for the family. Despite the monarchy's abolition after World War II, the Royal Pavilion remains intact, tucked away behind unassuming closed doors that thousands pass by each day without realizing. This exclusive retreat spans about 2 levels. The ground floor, once adorned with fascist symbols that have since been removed, serves as an anteroom to the opulent upper level. Ascending to the first floor, visitors are greeted by a sumptuous room that overlooks railway tracks. The interior has marble finishes in various architectural styles, sculptures depicting royal emblems, and elegant furnishings. A balcony offers a view of the bustling public square outside, and a stark contrast to the serenity within. The main room, originally intended for the visit by fellow heads of state, although never actually used, features a subtle swastika in the wood flooring, a relic of a tumultuous time. While typically it's closed to the public, the Royal Pavilion occasionally opens its doors for special events and photo sessions. Passers-by can only peer at the ornate doors, but those who will look up will notice 3 lunettes depicting historical moments, including a fictitious meeting between Mussolini and King Vittorio Emanuele III, minus Mussolini's eyes, allegedly shot out by a rifle after Mussolini's regime fell. 8. Leonardo da Vinci statue. The giant statue of Leonardo da Vinci in Rome's airport, unveiled in 1960, stands as a tribute to one of the greatest minds the world has ever known. Crafted by Bulgarian artist Asen Peikov, the 60-foot bronze sculpture atop a marble base features Leonardo holding his famous aerial screw design. Over 4 decades, the statue has stood as a prominent landmark at the airport, admired by millions of travelers. However, it wasn't until 2006, during a renovation, that a remarkable secret within the statue was discovered. During the renovation work, a worker made a surprising discovery: a small hatch situated about 30 feet above the ground, roughly midway up the statue. Curious about its purpose, the hatch was carefully opened, revealing 2 well-preserved parchments inside. One of the parchments, written in classical Latin, detailed the history of the area where the airport now stands, tracing back to ancient times. This historical account provides insights into the geographical and environmental changes over centuries. A second parchment contained a list of individuals who attended the statue's unveiling ceremony in 1960. The discovery sparked intrigue and speculation about the purpose of the hidden compartment and its contents. It's presumed the sculptor may have orchestrated the placement of the hatch and parchments, but the reasons behind it remain shrouded in mystery. Since its discovery, efforts have been ongoing to verify the authenticity and significance of the parchments, shedding light on the historical intentions of the artist. Despite its hidden nature, though, occasional observers can be seen examining the statue with binoculars, unaware of the mystery concealed within, adding a bit of an element of fascination to an already iconic landmark at the airport. 7. Fort Washington Library. The Fort Washington branch of the New York Public Library holds a hidden gem, a mysterious and somewhat forlorn secret apartment. Located atop the library, this space is a stark contrast to the lively lower levels with its own unique story and atmosphere. Ascending the stairway to the top floor feels like entering a different era. The atmosphere changes dramatically from the bright open spaces below to a more secluded environment. The walls bear the marks of time, with peeling paint and signs of neglect, yet hint at the grandeur that once existed in this forgotten realm. This apartment's origins trace back to the early 20th century, when Andrew Carnegie's philanthropy fueled the creation of public library branches across New York. Custodians and their families often resided within the libraries themselves, blending their living quarters with the literary sanctuaries they maintained. Over the decades, as coal furnaces became obsolete and custodians retired, these library apartments gradually emptied out. Today, only 13 such apartments remain within the New York Public Library system. The Fort Washington apartment, though vacant and somewhat neglected, retains traces of its former charm. Despite its lonely and somewhat eerie atmosphere, this space holds a certain allure for those who uncover its existence. Ascending to an empty floor within a busy library feels like discovering a hidden chapter of history, where the whispers of the past mingle with the solitude of the present, inviting contemplation and curiosity about lives lived within those walls long ago. 6. Radio City Music Hall. An iconic beacon of Art Deco grandeur in New York City, has enchanted over 300 million visitors since its grand opening in 1932. This majestic venue has hosted countless spectacular performances and events under shimmering gold leaf ceilings, luxurious drapes, and stunning murals. At the heart of Radio City's allure was Samuel Roxy Rothheld, a legendary theatre impresario known for his flair and opulence. Roxy was instrumental in shaping Radio City's early success, and to honor his contributions and express their gratitude, Stone and Desky created a gift for Roxy high above the dazzling theatre stage, an exquisite apartment. With soaring 20-foot ceilings adorned in gold leaf and walls draped in plush fabrics, the apartment exuded an air of luxury and glamour. Here, Roxy entertained luminaries of the era, such as Olivia de Havilland, Samuel Goldwyn, and Alfred Hitchcock, offering them a private retreat. However, after Roxy's passing in 1936, the apartment fell into obscurity, quietly resting high above the theatre. For its decades, its existence remained a mystery within the cavernous Radio City Music Hall, untouched and forgotten. Today, while no longer a residence, the apartment, now known as the Roxy Suite, has found new life as an exclusive venue for luxury events. It offers a rare glimpse into the opulent world of 1930s New York, where guests can sip cocktails beneath the same golden ceilings that once hosted Hollywood stars. 5. Eiffel Tower Apartment. Gracing Paris for over 130 years, the Eiffel Tower has become an enduring symbol of this city of light, attracting millions of visitors annually who come to marvel at this iconic wrought iron structure. While many are captivated by the tower's history, few realize that Gustave Eiffel, the ingenious engineer behind its construction, once called the highest point his home. Designed by Eiffel's own architecture firm, completed in 1889 for the Exposition Universelle, for the Eiffel Tower was not just a feat of engineering, but also a bold statement of modernity and progress. This secret apartment is tucked away at the topmost level just below the tower's spire. This unique living space, spanning approximately 1,000 square feet, was strategically nestled amidst the technical installations crucial for the tower's operation, including the elevator shaft and stairwell access. Eiffel's apartment, while lacking a bathroom, was designed to offer comfort and functionality. It had a kitchen, bathroom, and living room adorned with plush furnishings. Velvet cushioned chairs, wooden tables, and patterned wallpaper all adorned the space, creating a cozy retreat high above the streets. Beyond the domestic comforts, though, it served as a sanctuary for scientific endeavors and intellectual exchanges. Here, Eiffel conducted experiments and welcomed esteemed guests, including the renowned American inventor Thomas Edison. Their meetings in this lofty abode epitomized the intersection of engineering and creativity. Despite its historical significance, Eiffel's private quarters remained shrouded in mystery for decades, inaccessible to the public. It was a place of intrigue where privileged few could glimpse into the personal life of the man who dared to build the world's tallest structure at that time. Today, however, the visitors here can experience a glimpse of that hidden history through a reconstructed version of Eiffel's apartment. Positioned behind glass panels, the apartment's interior is faithfully recreated, complete with lifelike wax figures of Gustave Eiffel, his daughter Claire, and Thomas Edison. This exhibit not only preserves the ambience of Eiffel's private retreat, but it also offers insights into his multifaceted persona, a blend of scientific rigor, artistic sensibility, social refinement, and one good damn view. 4. Morne Saint-Odile Abbey. This abbey, also known as Hohenberg Abbey, is a historic nunnery situated on Morne Saint-Odile, one of the most renowned peaks in the Vosges mountain range in the Alsace region of France. It was founded in the year 690 by a duke for his daughter Odile, who became its first abbess. The abbey has a rich history and a mysterious allure. Its past includes the construction of a hospice called the Niedermunster on the eastern slope, later becoming a house for noblewomen. In 2003, a local teacher confessed to the theft of over 1,000 ancient and rare books from the abbey's locked private library. This theft was made possible by his discovery and use of a hidden passageway within the abbey. He stumbled upon a map of these secret passages in the city archives, revealing a forgotten medieval network of corridors and stairways. These hidden routes allowed him to climb the exterior walls, navigate through the abbey, and access the library undetected. The abbey is perched 2,500 feet up in the Vosges Mountains and is surrounded by ancient fortifications. The abbey itself dates back to the 7th century. Most of the buildings have been destroyed and rebuilt numerous times, most recently in the 1600s and again in 1583. But the thefts continued for 2 years, during which the library, firmly locked and off-limits to the public, was raided repeatedly. The means and method remained a mystery until police blocked the exterior windows and replaced the locks, suspecting another entrance to the room. The finally uncovered when a section of the bookcase swung open, revealing a hidden space. This secret entrance led to a medieval passageway with rope ladders extending up to the roof and to other parts of the abbey more accessible to the public. To catch the thief, the police set up hidden cameras and eventually arrested the criminal, who was found carrying climbing rope and 3 suitcases full of books. All of the stolen books were found safely in his apartment. He was fined, given a suspended prison sentence and assigned community service. In his own words, he explained his actions. "I'm afraid my burning passion overrode my conscience. It may appear selfish, but I felt the books had been abandoned. They were covered with dust and pigeon droppings and I felt no one consulted them anymore. There was also the thrill of adventure. I was very scared of being found out." 3. Mount Rushmore's Hall of Records. Deep within the granite facade of Mount Rushmore, beneath the stoic faces of 4 American presidents, lies a secret that seems plucked from the pages of a Bond villain's lair, an abandoned Hall of Records. Envisioned by sculptor Gutzon Borglum as an example of American history and a repository for its most cherished documents. This monumental time capsule was intended to stand 80 feet tall and 100 feet long, lined with brass cabinets housing copies of pivotal American artifacts, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the records of significant cultural, scientific, and industrial achievements. The project started in 1938 with dynamite blasting an impressive 70-foot-long cavern deep into Mount Rushmore. However, bureaucratic caution intervened and Borglum was compelled to complete the sculptural portraits of Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln before advancing further with the hall. 4 decades, the dormant chamber remained untouched, and it wasn't until 1998 that the Hall of Records saw a modest realization of his vision. 16 porcelain panels delicately inscribed with the history of Mount Rushmore's construction. These panels, sealed within a teak box and further protected by a titanium vault, are not merely for contemporary consumption, but they do serve as a time capsule intended to convey Borglum's original intentions to future generations. Imagine a dramatic scene, a hidden switch, a concealed door behind the stern visage of a president, revealing a subterranean world where the secrets of the past are preserved in eerie splendor. 2. The Waldorf Astoria. Track 61. Nestled beneath the Grand Central Terminal lies an enigmatic slice of New York City lore, Track 61. While often steeped in myth, this hidden rail sliding beneath the Waldorf Astoria has seen its fair share of secretive comings and goings. Originally constructed alongside Track 63 to serve as a steam powerhouse for Grand Central and nearby buildings, Track 61 took on a new role when the Waldorf Astoria purchased the air rights above it in 1929. However, Track 61's most enduring legend revolves around President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. While the myth of Roosevelt's personal railcar waiting on Track 61 to whisk him away for secret departures has been debunked, there is documented evidence of using the track once in 1944. Following a campaign stop in New York City, Roosevelt accessed Track 61 via a special elevator, boarding his presidential railcar for the journey home to Hyde Park. Despite the single documented use, the track became synonymous with Roosevelt, earning it the moniker presidential siding. Today, Track 61 sits dormant, no longer in use for its original purpose. While the iconic blue railcar that once adorned it is gone, the track itself remains a tantalizing relic of New York's secretive past. Its occasional glimpses in passing Metro-North trains serve as a reminder of the city's hidden history. 1. The Biltmore Estate. The Biltmore Estate, with its 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, 65 fireplaces, and nearly 180,000 square feet, is a marvel of architecture from a bygone age of excess. Built by the famous Vanderbilt family, this estate stands as a relic of the Gilded Age in America. Yet beyond its visible splendor, the estate holds an array of concealed doors, hidden passageways, and secret rooms. Constructed in the late 19th century, the estate was designed to provide the Vanderbilts and their guests with privacy and allow the seamless movement of servants through the mansion. One of the estate's intriguing features is in the breakfast room, the informal dining area. Here, a camouflaged door behind the dining table leads to the butler's pantry, allowing servants to discreetly serve meals. This door, barely discernible, is framed behind two Renoir paintings, with a doorknob just visible below the right-hand corner of Renoir's Child with Orange. The estate's massive library also conceals a secret passageway to the guest bedrooms. A balcony wraps around the library's second story, and two doors on the balcony lead to this hidden hall. The library also hides a tiny room known as the Den, accessible through a door obscured by a carving of St. Peter the Martyr. Another hidden space is found in the billiard room, where a wooden door beside the fireplace opens into the smoking room. This was where the men would retire for brandy and cigars. An additional hidden treasure includes a trapdoor in the winter garden's floor, used for housing tropical plants in the wintertime, and a concealed closet in the Vanderbilt bedroom. The estate also featured an underground tunnel in Antler Hill Village, located 3 miles from the main house. This tunnel, part of the Biltmore Dairy Barn, leads to a winery, adding another layer of intrigue to the estate's storied history. From forgotten tunnels to concealed chambers, these hidden places remind us that the world still keeps its secrets close. For every door we open, there are countless more waiting in the dark. Until next time, keep your eyes open. You never know what might be hidden just beyond sight.